Hey guys, it's George from KG Royals. I'm here with Mum as well, the other half of the team. Today we're going to show you some of the other reptiles we don't always show you, which are going to include some different snakes as well as the lizards we keep as well. Some of these are used in breeding, but they're more of a hobby instead of a business. So again, stay tuned for that. We're going to start with some of the snakes first. See you in a second. So guys, here is the tank setup we have for the corns. Apologies for the glass. We are going to be cleaning that later on today. So as you can see, they've got a nice big hide here. We've got the two corns currently just in this viv. They are going in separate vibs, don't worry. But they are just in here for the moment. Bowl at the one end. That is actually a man-made rock. I took a brick.
It was a breeze block.
It was a breeze block, and I took a hammer and chisel and I made it nice and circular and round. It just gives them a nice rough surface, so when they do want to shed, they've got something they can rub up against, because their hide is super smooth and their bowl is super smooth, so they don't really have too much to rub against. So we made that for them, and it just makes it nice and easy. They're in a nice 3 foot by, I think, 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot tool. And there we go, we've got the Princess Bubblegum sticker there.
I think it's 3 foot by 2 foot actually, I'm not sure.
Oh, is it? Oh, it might be even bigger then, so that's even better. So again, they're on a nice cocoa block as well. It's not actually branded, unfortunately. We're not quite on the herp husk trend just yet. We will be getting some though, so stay tuned for that. And that is our corn setup for now. Again, heat mat on the bottom, cool side opposite as well.
Just a quick note on the writing and the drawings on the outside. They are in fact ancient runes that are there to encourage mating, bonding and fertility. Just have a quick look at my magic. I do apologise guys, I have the sense of humour of a 4-year-old. There we go, there's our guys. Oh, and in the background there, that is my beautiful girl. She's child number 3 out of 6. It's Madeleine. Hello. And she's here because she's got a very big interest in the reps as well. She loves them as much as we do, so she's tagging along with us to try and learn some stuff in the hopes that she can start doing her own thing as well. So that is our setup and 2 of my children for the corn snakes.
So this is our pair of corn snakes that we have. I'm currently holding Finn, our blood red male, and Mum has got our candy cane female called Bubblegum. They are a breeding pair. They are our only current pair of corns. We are looking to get some more.
Oh, in my ear.
Oh, love that.
No, it tickles.
So we got these off a lovely lady called Gail from Pisces Exotic Pets. She's based in Newport, Wales, which is where we are currently. But we've actually kept corns for a rather long time. We had our first pair over in Bristol. Shout out to Bristol Bulls. Love you guys. And these were the first snakes we ever got before we got the pythons. We don't keep as many as pythons just because they're no longer our current goal in terms of the morphs. But we do just like to keep them as a hobbyist pet. And we do look to breed them just occasionally, maybe once a year. They haven't bred for us yet, as we got them off of Pisces as just someone selling them off because they didn't want them anymore. We do know that they have been sexed, and we do know they're both adults, as this guy here is a whopping 5 foot.
Nearly as tall as me.
Yeah, nearly.
3.5 inches, and I'm holding on to them.
So we are looking to pair them up this year. We've had them for more than a year now. We didn't pair them last season just because they were underweight, and we've been spending this season getting them up to a healthy size and making sure they're ready to go. So when brumation season starts towards the end of this year, we will be hopefully getting these guys put into that sleep and getting them ready for next season. By then we should have another female, and this guy should be able to do some work. So that is our corn snakes currently. We're going to move on to some lizards. Hey guys, so here's one of the first lizards I'm going to talk about. This is Obi. She was my first lizard that we ever got. I got her about 7 years ago now, actually. She's one of the longest pets I've had to date. And she's one of the oldest pets we currently have. So I get my face in the shot there, making sure she doesn't fall over. So she is just a regular wild type morph leopard gecko. I got her from Pets at Home, and she's doing awesome. She went for a rough patch when we had her a few years ago. She stopped eating. She was looking real thin. Her lovely tail had gotten really, really thin and small, and she just wasn't enjoying her time with us. So we ended up getting her a roommate. We ended up getting another female leopard gecko, from the lovely, again, wonderful Gail from Pisces Pet Shops. Lovely little display there from the mum. That is Leia. So this is Obi. That one is Leia. When we got her, her tail had already dropped off, so she's currently got a little bit of a stump.
Regening, aren't you?
Yeah, she's getting there.
Stumpy tail.
Obviously, when leopard geckos drop their tails, they do grow back, but they're never as pretty as when they were first had them. So they do look a little bit odd. Sometimes they can look a bit bumpy and a bit of a stump. But you know, we love her just the same. So again, this one is Obi. She is one of our longest, rogue prisoner there, trying to do a runner. Yeah, Obi is way more chill than Leia. Leia likes to absolutely bolt it.
She's a bit of a beast, isn't she?
She is, because Obi is sitting at a whopping 51 grams, whereas Leia is sitting 65. At 65.
She's a bit of a brute.
She's also roughly nearly the same weight as one of our small baby royals. That's how big of a chunk she is. But that is mainly due to the fact that because her tail is shorter, she cannot store as much fat and nutrients in her tail. So unfortunately, it goes to the hips. So that's why this one's a little bit of a skinny minx compared. So these are our two ladies we keep them in the little desert viv just behind us. There it is. So it's a nice 2.5 foot viv, I believe, and I think it's a foot deep. So they got plenty of room. We could actually get one more female in there if we wanted to. We may be getting one more. It depends on our male, because he's not up to breeding weight yet. But we're going to talk about him in just a little second. So again, Obi, Leia. Those are our two leopard geckos. So, hey guys, you've just seen the lizards here. There's another shot of the lovely Leia. This is their tank setup currently. Again, nice big 2.5 foot vib by a foot deep and I think 1.5 foot tall, possibly. Again, they've got loads of space to hide. We've got two little hides on this side, and then we have a heat bulb which came with this viv when we got it already there. That keeps their hot side around about 30 to 32, which is where we like it. Everything is thermostated up. And then we've got a cool side on this end as well. Again, another two hides. They've got a nice big branch they can climb on, which they do often. A little swimming pool as well. As well as food bowl. Sorry, I can't remember what I was there. Food bowl there. Again, glass might be a little bit dirty. I do apologise. We are in the middle of cleaning everything and clean everybody out. As you can see, Leia is the more active of the two. She likes to have a nice wander, and she's always usually at the front of the tank trying to get out. We do lock our vivs, so they are all nice and safe. And again, that is another one of our setups. We've got one more to go through, so we're going to show you that now.
Hi guys, back again with another one of our leopard geckos. This is Rex. He's our only male at the moment. He's still a baby. He's my baby. Rexy-Roo is we think that he is a rainwater albino. He's currently sitting at about 36 grams, I believe. I'm just going to have a quick check. Yeah, 36 grams. He's ever such a good boy. We've got him in a wee desert setup as well, but he's in a rub because he's only dinky. He's very good feeder. He's got a nice little tail coming on there. As good as gold, really chill, really behaves himself. Got a bit of Tamadine on him at the moment because we had a slight incident involving one of the other girls, which was a bit out of the blue. We're going to do another video on that one because we don't really want to have to go into all of that while we're trying to do a little tour. But that's why he's got a bit of Tamadine on him. He's healing nicely, which is a very good sign. And yeah, Rex is just an absolute little legend. He's a darling. He loves his waxworms. Pretty much do anything for a waxworm, won't you, kid? And yeah, he's very good. He's always nice and tidy. Goes in one corner, as do the girls as well. So if he's going to have a little toilet time, he's always in one corner, so he makes him nice and easy to clean out. Loves his food. Has a habit of digging out his sand and putting it in his water bowl. I don't know what that's about, but he seems to have fun doing it. We just clean it up the next day. So this is Rex. We're hoping that once he's up to weight, we can pair him with one of the girls that you've seen just now. Potentially Obi. She's quite chill. Leia's a bit of more, she's like an Amazonian warrior. So yeah, we'll probably leave that one until we get maybe an adult male to put to her. So this is Rex. Lovely, lovely dude. Can't wait for him to be up to breeding weight and seeing what we can produce. And then we're going to crack on now with the rest of the tour. So here is Rex's little setup, bless him. He's only in a rub because he's still a baby. He doesn't need anything else. We don't want him to be stressed. And he actually loves it. We've tried to make it a little bit more interesting. He's got enough room in this hide to get in, which is where he likes to take a little nap. But then sometimes he just likes to sit on top and bask. It's not really much basking to be done because of where he is. But he does like to have a little lie out and pretend sunbathe. So we've got him on the sand. I know a lot of people have funny things to say about the sand. We haven't noticed any issues at all regarding impaction. He's very food oriented, so that's not really been a cause. He always goes for food, never eats his sand.
Also to note, with the sand, it's actually bird sand. This is because the grains are so small that if they do eat them, it doesn't actually cause too much impaction. I've seen other reptiles kept on it, specifically this sand in particular, and they do eat it when it gets on their food, and they are fine. The problem most people have, and the controversy around it, is they pick reptile branded sands, and these tend to be bigger, and they can come with all different kinds of chemicals because you can get them in different colours and things like that. It's not very natural.
Very ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
No,
so
sweetheart.
This is really nice. It's very fine sand.
Very fine grain, lovely stuff.
Very, very fine.
Straight
very
in the water bowl, George.
it had stuff in there anyway. Let's not pretend like he doesn't do that himself.
We have tried to push his sand up on this side, so this is higher. But what he likes to do is to get in this corner and just dig and flick it straight into his water bowl. So on a daily basis, we have to come in and empty this because it ends up being a sludgy puddle, as you can see, although George did contribute to that today. And again, with this food bowl as well, every time we put food in, we take it out, empty it, give it a wipe round, make sure there's no sand in there, pop his calcium gut-loaded bugs in, whichever he's having at that time. We mix it up between mealworms and waxworms because he's a major fan of the waxworms, like the other girls, leopard geckos that we've got. So yeah, I don't know why, but poo corner is behind here. It does make his life a little bit difficult because this is generally butted up to here. He manages it somehow. So yeah, this is Rexy Roo's little setup. And he loves it. He was in a rub with the kitchen roll. But it didn't really offer that much stimulation for him, and he's quite an active little lad. So since we've put the sand in, he loves it. He has a good dig, makes his own little Zen garden with his little trails, checking for food again. So yeah, this is what we've got for him, and he does love it. He thrives in it. So if anybody's considering getting a little baby boy or baby girl as a pet or to add to a collection, we've found that this setup is perfect for them.
Just to note as well, this is a 9 litre rub, for what those wondering what size rub it is. It is 9 litres. So again, take care guys, and we'll move on to the next. Hey guys, so now we're going to move on to our Cresties. We have a adult pair currently. I'm holding Hove. When we got them, again, a bit like the corn snakes, we got them from the lovely Gail, but unfortunately she hadn't bred them. She'd been given them because her shop doesn't just breed animals, she takes in animals from other people because she's a lovely lady like that. So it does mean sometimes you get animals without a completely clear background or history. We know they're adult pair because we've had several eggs off of them since we've had them. Obviously this boy, he is a Dalmatian. You can obviously see from the spots. He also has a partial pinstripe on his back as well. He's nice and fired up at the moment. The Cresties will glow up and glow down with their colour depending on their mood and kind of where they are. So when he likes to hide in the shrubbery, he goes a nice pale green. But when he, like he is now, nice bright contrast. But when he's on the bark, or if he's hiding, or if he's just in a bit of a low mood, he'll go a very, very dark brown colour, very dull. So that's really good for him to be able to kind of blend in and hide when he wants to, depending where he is. So again, he is our adult male. We are looking to get a few more females for this little dude because they're super easy to keep, they don't take up a lot of space, and their setups can be really pretty. But also, when it comes to incubating their eggs, they don't need to be incubated in an incubator. You can do it at room temperature, because these guys live at room temperature, which is another pro to getting Cresties. They don't need any heat setups, you haven't got to worry about thermostats. You just got to make sure your house isn't too hot. So as long as your overall temperature is roughly room temperature, which is about 19 to 22 degrees, you should be fine with these guys. notice this guy has his tail, which is quite rare. Most crested geckos will actually drop their tail throughout their hatchling phase to adulthood. But he's managed to keep onto his, so that's quite cool. Again, these are a nice manageable size, a bit like the leopard geckos. They're not too big, but they're not too small, so you haven't got to worry about them being too delicate. And again, this is our boy Hove. He's been very good today. Usually he's a little bit jumpy.
He is quite frisky, I would say, normally, which is why we opted for doing one filming, one holding, because normally he's quite happy to just throw himself into the abyss on the hope that he lands on something and doesn't die.
You gonna jump?
He is a very jumpy little boy, springy.
No, he's gonna be a good boy
Hey, check you out,
Okay.
Dude.
Right,
Maybe
I
we should
am-
film him more often.
Yeah, he's starting to get a little bit more excited. I am gonna put him back. But again, this is one of the two halves of our crested geckos. We're gonna get his beautiful girlfriend out now as well.
So, everyone, this is the lovely Bee. This is the other half of Hove. Bee and Hove. She doesn't have a tail like the lovely Hove does, but it's not uncommon. So we're not, it's not a bad thing. It's just a life thing. So she is our breeding female. She has had 2 clutches so far. So we've got 4 eggs currently incubating. As George said in the previous video, they don't really need to incubate them as such. You don't need any heat. You just keep them at room temperature. But we can show you what we've got them on at the moment. We'll do that in a little bit. Just want to give you a little bit of time with the lovely Bee. She's...
See if I can focus.
Can you focus on her colours?
There we go. She's a really, really nice pastel-y cream colour on her back, and then she's got really nice dark greens. On a good day, she's quite a light green, but at the moment she is not as fired up as Hove is.
She's actually very active today. It's normally role reversal. Normally Hove's the one who likes to throw himself everywhere, and she's more content to just sit and chill, but she's on a bit of a mission today. So we weighed her after her second clutch. Obviously they do gain and lose, being full of eggs. And she has dropped down, and she's currently sitting at 37 grams post-lay. Hove's at 31 grams at the moment, so they're both a good weight. They're beautiful colours, beautiful temperaments. If you wanted to get, like George said, if you want Cresties as a pet, they're quite easy to keep as far as reptiles go. A little bit of humidity. We miss their glass because they like to lick the glass for their sort of fluid intake. They do have a little bowl in there in case they want to do a soak when they're going to shed. She shed recently. Hove was very gentlemanly and started eating it for her as it was coming off. She promptly told him off and started eating it herself. But she obviously tastes nice because Hove was well in there. She's beautiful. She's absolutely lovely colours. She's, like George just said, she's not as fired up as Hove is at the moment. She does get a lot lighter. But it's lovely to see how their colours change depending on, as George stated earlier, mood, temperature, and generally what's going on in life. So this is the lovely Bee. I love their eyelashes. I mean, I know they're not eyelashes, but they just look lovely. Please don't jump on my face like you did the other day because you took my glasses with you. So this is the lovely Bee, the other half of the lovely Hove. Like George said, we're hoping to get another female soon to see if we can't rotate her out of the breeding for a wee bit because, quite frankly, Hove does not leave her alone. So, yeah, we're hoping to give her a wee break soon. So there you go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the crested.
You've just seen the crested geckos individually. Here's their tank set up. They're in a nice big, I think it's a 24 by 24 by 24 exoterra. We have gone bioactive, so they are on a soil substrate. I'll show you now. Again, the glass is a wee bit dirty just because of all the misting. The water tends to stain it a little bit. So as you can see, we do keep actual live plants in there, and they have a nice eco-earth substrate. They do have some little bugs and insects, again, keeping that going as well. So when they defecate and when they have any waste or if they don't eat their own food, that gets taken care of by the smaller bioactive stuff we got going on in the substrate. So we do keep some of the fake plants as well, like the one Hove is on at the moment, just so they've got some more hiding places. And right in the bottom there, we keep a little moss box. So hopefully we can spot the eggs a little bit better, because the last couple of times we had the actual dirt level a lot higher. If I can bring it around to the side, I'll show you. So yeah, everything was roughly this kind of height, which is quite a good couple of inches. That was mainly because of all the plants. So what we've done, we've rearranged the tank recently so that the plants form a nice little L shape across the back there. Again, if I can, there you go, some more pretty plants in the background, and then there's B at the top. So they love to hide in these little mother-in-law's tongues?
Yes.
Yes, look at me knowing my plants.
Hey.
They love to hide in these. They make little hammocks for them.
Just a little tail there.
little tail hanging. We do keep a bunch of different plants. All the succulents we have are okay for the geckos. None of them are sharp. None of them will harm them anyway. They don't tend to munch on them too much.
No, I think the only trouble we had with the plants was when we were putting locust in for them so that they could have a little munch. Previously, this one was in with...
this one, by the way.
Sorry, I'm actually pointing the other side. This one had been in the girls' tank because the girls were on Eco Earth for a little while, the girls being the leopard geckos. And we had locust in for them, and the little wotsits started nibbling the tops of the plants. You can see the top of that one has gone.
That one's munched.
Yeah, I nearly killed the locust myself. So we've got some mother-in-law tongues. There's a little bromeliad in the back corner there. They've got a little bit of aloe vera in there, which you can't really see because it's behind this big log. Another mother-in-law's tongue. Maybe it was just this one just here. I don't know if you can see my little chubby fingers. Yeah.
There, yeah, it's very, very small. The locust really munched on that.
Yeah, wasn't impressed. So we like to keep a little bit of something natural in there with them. We're actually considering redoing all of this again, maybe having different setup for the girls in one, and then Hove in his own little one.
Hove will be getting his own tank soon, because obviously it's not good to keep pairs together for long periods of time unless you are trying to breed them, because it can stress the females out and they can get egg bound and other problems. So he will be going in his own tub, or tank should I say, soon. So stay tuned for another tank build. And like we said, we do keep a little thing of water for them. It's not massive because they're not massive themselves.
They're window lickers.
Yeah, they are indeed window lickers. So again, that is our setup for the Cresties. Thank you for watching the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. So there you go, guys. That was our full collection of the other reptiles we keep. We will be getting some more, hopefully in about a month's time. You're going to have to keep up to date and see what that is yet. We're not going to directly say what we're getting, because we do want it to be a nice surprise. We'll do a little unboxing of what we get when we get it. We'll do a little video for that, so you guys can enjoy the fun times of opening new presents. And again, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, guys, and we'll see you again soon. Take care, love yourself and each other. Thanks for that.